Hey folks, it's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on The Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news and interviews. Also home to the best MJ community. Today's Thursday, December 12th. Hope you're doing awesome. In this video, we're going to be discussing Canopy growth. We'll bring up the price chart as well. We'll do some technical analysis. I'll give my thoughts and opinions on the price action in the days, weeks, months ahead. But as always, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. And spoiler alert, we could be seeing new all-time lows. We do have a weekly bear flag target, so I'll give you some price targets and levels to be watching on the way down as we continue the brutality in the sector. And also Venty won Vaporizer Product of the Year. So before we get to it, make sure to smash the like. It helps support me in the channel. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell. You'll be notified on any future content. Also, you can follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. Handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. And full disclosure, I do own Canopy Growth, my portfolio. I've been slowly adding. I actually nibbled a little bit today. Wasn't a huge position, but saving a lot of my cash for January 1st, 2025. If you're familiar with TFSAs, tax-free savings accounts, Canadians, you'll be able to get an extra $7,000 of your own money that you can contribute to this account, and then that grows tax-free. So I'm going to be holding off on that, and then also tax loss selling into the end of the year for another couple of weeks, probably going to be an overhang on the sector and continue to provide some sell pressure, right? So we're going to have to wait a little bit longer. Unfortunately, there is some good news though. Canopy Growth posted this today. Actually, was it yesterday? Yeah, December 11th. So we're thrilled to share that Venty by Storz & Bickel won Vaporizer Product of the Year at the MJ's International MJ Awards last week. A huge thank you to everyone who voted and supported this amazing device and the best brand in vaporization. I would agree that it's the best brand in vape for sure. I've actually never tried this product before. I can't wait to try it for sure. I used to own the Volcano. They're pretty pricey, right? It's like $700 or $600 or $700. I'm not sure if the prices come down now, but I'd have to look into this. I think the price of this is somewhere around $400 or $500 as well. But if anybody's tried these, let me know. I'm definitely going to be adding this to my shopping list probably at some point in 2025. But yeah, great kudos to the team over there at Canopy. One thing I like about Canopy as well is, you know, they kind of got that ancillary type of products through Storz & Bickel, and they have that differentiation and a little bit of a competitive advantage. We don't really see other companies that are doing that. And, you know, at the end of the day, we're starting to see this differentiation amongst Canadian LPs. It's not so much happening with the US MSOs just yet. It will, but we're really starting to see, you know, the companies in Canada really start to separate themselves. They're focusing on one, two, three or so key areas, right? Categories. And then you know, some names into retail, some names into retail only. Sometimes you see retail in alcohol, you see manufacturing in alcohol. So you've got, you know, a mixed bag essentially, right? Not just everybody trying to be everything to everybody. So we'll bring up the price chart here. At the moment, we did confirm a weekly bear flag. I mentioned this in a prior video. So if we go from the high here to the low of the dump, you can see here was a very weak bounce on the weekly time frame, and then you just take your measured move there from the high to the low, move it out to your 0.32 fib, and you can see it was a very weak bounce. Once we came down and lost support there at 363 after that lower high, that not only confirmed the weekly bear flag, but it also confirmed a weekly downtrend. And the measured move is about 281, and the all-time low is 276, and that's factoring in the split, right? So it's actually more like 27 cents. But as of right now, it's looking like we could see another all-time low potentially. So if we take a look at the low of the day today to that target, that's about 10% away. So if you're wondering, I've got a lot of people messaging me saying, you know, CGC, what a bloodbath. It's been an absolute gong show. When is it going to stop? Unfortunately, it's looking like another potential 10% of downside. And again, that kind of goes in line with my thinking that we're going to see tax loss selling, the cloud of that basically plaguing the industry for another couple of weeks. And then into the new year, we have rescheduling. We have a lot of catalysts that we've been tracking on this channel for a while now. It's just everything kind of got delayed with results of the new administration coming in. There's going to be an inauguration on January 20th. So there's that, you know, that grace period that we have to wait. And the new administration, in my opinion, very, very monumental. It's going to be pivotal, right? We know Trump has already endorsed Florida's Amendment 3, even though it failed by 3%. Very, very close, though. And he said medical has been great. I mean, that can't be overstated coming from a president, a former president and a president-elect, right? So this is great. And you had the vice president currently who was running for presidency as well, and she said she wanted to fully legalize it, right, in the party. So the Dems saying full-blown legalization, right? That's the first time we've ever seen that in a campaign. And the next time we see a new administration come in, like I said, this could be the stage set, right? We could see major momentum coming and reform coming to the space here in the next couple of years. We know RFK Jr. as well, leading HHS, the FDA. So I think that is going to be overall a positive thing for the industry. It's not looking like safe banking is going to happen in this lame duck session. So it's probably going to be a new admin thing after January 20th. And then uplisting nicely in the NASDAQ. If we take a look at the weekly here for CGC, yeah, we're not looking too hot at the moment. We just had a MACD bear cross. Stochastic is close to seeing a bull cross, but still got a lot of work to do. And we have the 50 and the 100 weekly moving average set to potentially cross, but I'd say that's at least another 3-4 weeks away before we see that happen. So again, it kind of lines up with what I'm thinking leading into the new year. We're going to see small cap stock season, right? You're going to probably see a lot of tops hit. Tesla hit a new all-time high today. You're probably going to see this big tech, those big tech names, crypto, specifically Bitcoin and, the Magnificent Seven. So you're going to see those all top out relatively around the same time. And then I think you'll see a full-blown alt season and then a small cap stock season. And that'll just be rotation out of, your large and mega caps into your small and mid caps. And that's generally very common to see at the end of a bull market, right? When you're in a raging bull, multi-year bull market, generally that's what happens toward the end as we see rotation out of those big names, the trusted, tried and true, and then into the more riskier names. And then you see complete euphoria and then the carnage begins, right? So we have to call a spade, and unfortunately, it's probably going to be a few months, right? Everything, we can't predict time. Everything kind of got delayed and pushed back, and I think a lot of that had to do with the fact that crypto was still running and hadn't finished its bull market. And like I said, I think they're going to run inversely to one another, similar to what happened in 2017, 2018. We could see a golden cross on the daily time frame with our 50-day below the 200-day moving average and crossing. That's probably going to be at least a few weeks away as well. So again, adding more credence to the fact that we're more than likely going to see a couple more weeks of pain before we see some longer term gains. But 2025 and beyond, I think what other sector, right, has really garnered, what other sector would really garner any attention, other than maybe psychedelics, right? But we know they kind of move in lockstep in the biotech sector. Really, every other sector has been on absolute fire. So whenever the broader market and big tech, AI, crypto, whenever those cool off and enter a bear market, which they inevitably will, right? There's nothing that goes in a straight line forever. There's always going to be another bear market. There's always going to be another bull market. So where's that money going to go? And I've been talking to a lot of people in the POW Group private community, just online, through my videos, social media platforms, comments, posts, other people's posts in the comments of theirs. A lot of people are saying they're looking to rotate crypto profits into more beaten down MJ. And I see tons of people with their profile, MJ and crypto related. And it's kind of awesome to see, because that's how my channel was created, right? We specialize in MJ stocks, but secondly, crypto and blockchain, and MJ being my passion. But yeah, kind of have to, just look at the market dynamic right now. We're not seeing any popularity at all in the MJ space. And it's just been every day, all-time lows, new 52-week lows. And I know it's brutal. I know it's hard to watch. You don't need to watch it every day either. Again, this isn't a get-rich-quick scheme. And if you're investing in MJ, and if you're investing in, these high-risk sectors, you don't need to break the bank. You don't need to, invest hundreds of thousands of dollars unless your net worth is millions of dollars. You just need to nibble, not break the bank. Don't invest any more than you're willing to lose, and just continue to dollar cost average, and understand that this sector isn't going anywhere, right? This medicine of the future, this plant isn't going anywhere. It's only going to continue to get adopted, and we're going to continue to see more and more research, and eventually, they'll unleash the shackles, and we'll see the floodgates open up. But we're not going to see it until we get major U.S. reform, and that's more than likely going to be through rescheduling and then possibly descheduling. That could happen. It might be a year, 2 years, 4 years, who knows, maybe more. But at the end of the day, it's only ever going to happen once. So just take this time to, try to, try not to drive yourself crazy, first of all, but try to switch your mindset, right? It's only going to ever happen once, and there will be another bull market. Trust me. All right, going in it there, it's Rod with POW Group. Thanks again for joining us on the Pursuit of Wealth, and we'll see you again on the next video.